Hey, what's up and welcome back to Dr. Stone. This is Season 4, Episode 9. In the last episode, Senku was shot with a sniper rifle. So, new protagonist maybe? We'll find out. He seemed to have blocked it with something that theoretically can stop bullets, but didn't fully stop the bullets, and it was just a theory, and I guess we'll see how this plays out. But it seems like he's probably got a bullet wound now. It's probably not fatal, but they're gonna have to deal with bullet wounds. So I wonder if that's gonna be this episode. Like, hey, I don't know, Chrome, you're gonna need to follow my instructions to make sure that I don't die from this bullet hole. But yeah, we'll see. I'm really excited to jump into it. Let's just jump into it pretty quickly. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. Here we go. This is Season 4, Episode 9 of Dr. Stone.
Fire. Finish the job.
Oh, God. Oh, man. It's such a tense scene. Like, they did a lot of recapping there, but it was such a tense scene, I didn't care. Light of Science.
Out. They're done firing. One shot.
Oh my God. Oh.
Job's over, boys. I killed him. The enemy scientist.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you'd think he's dead. He just covered himself with a bag.
Stay here.
You wouldn't assume that bag could stop the bullet.
Save her. The choice is yours.
Damn. They're absolutely gonna save her. They love her.
No.
Aww.
I can't believe they killed Senku!
Get a hold of yourself!
Yes, Ryusui, take charge.
They believe that they've killed off our scientist. So while our enemy's feeling overconfident, it's time to strike back.
Oh my gosh.
Am I wrong?
That's a brave thing to say right now.
Yeah.
Come on, guys! Poor Senku at least deserves a proper burial!
Have you guys checked his
Don't count him out yet.
pulse? Yeah, I mean, look, he's still alive. I don't even think he can give it instructions.
Dead yet, dumbass.
Don't try and talk, pal. Just let your body rest. You hear me?
Oh my gosh. Do we have a doctor on board?
Enemy could be listening right now.
I kind of can't remember.
Yeah. Though if it had been a headshot, I'd be 10 billion% dead.
Oh yeah, but they probably didn't go for the headshot.
I have the revival fluid recipe. I knew they'd aim for my chest, just to be safe. If it was a headshot, he would have died instantly without fail.
Who knew they spoke?
Damn, man.
I can't believe he thought so far ahead.
He is as intelligent as you like. You like those smart boys.
He's still alive, isn't he?
I am doing everything that I can.
Oh, Francois, what would we do without you?
Only a doctor can save him.
That's what I'm thinking. You know what are you doing?
If you squeeze the upper arm like this,
Huh?
if a light press does it, the blood pressure's low. If it takes a super firm press, then it's high.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure you can get a reading like that.
That's really interesting.
No, of course not! I mean, I'm obviously way too young.
What's their
I was
expertise?
kind of
Are you in training?
a med student.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Luna was a med student.
Capable woman, and score myself a smart hunk of man!
That's
Thing is,
right.
I was only accepted because my dad pulled some strings.
I thought she was just a model or
I tried my
something.
best, but I was way out of my league. In the
Oh.
end, I was the only one who
Okay, so
out.
she was sort of a med student who couldn't quite cut it, but
You're our only hope.
oh.
Help us. Senku, save him.
Oh, I'm glad. It sounds like we're gonna have Luna on our side properly. I'm glad about that.
Damn this stupid place. Where do we even attack from? They'll
Man,
definitely
Chrome
see us
doesn't even
coming
know
no
what's
matter what we
happening.
do.
Yes, we're far more likely to be taken out by their machine gun fire.
That's bad. Kinda forgot we're going up against another kingdom of science.
Oh shit, Yoga, do you have a plan? Some good warriors on our
I
side.
wasn't expecting such mighty reinforcements to show up.
Look, Gil left us a trail of flower petals.
That's why he was doing that. Okay.
But we don't just need to beat them. We also have to capture Dr. Zeno and make our escape.
Oh god, stressful.
Then we'll dig our way in.
Dig?
Say what now?
A reverse great escape.
What the
We'll
fuck?
dig ourselves a
I
subterranean
mean, obviously it won't
tunnel.
look like that, but
Right.
Shit, that's bad.
shit.
That sounds like a whole lot of work.
Naturally, we'll have to ask Senku
Has
to help
Chrome
us
said
create the
shit
necessary
before?
digging.
Speak of the devil, a call from the Perseus.
Hey,
4-3.
Senku's dying.
3-2. 3-3.
These are their
Why are you
codes.
sweet?
The Uesugi cipher.
Mm.
It was It's deceptively simple. Messages are conveyed by numbers corresponding to the Kana chart.
Cool.
Dr. Zeno may be a proper foe, but those outside Japan aren't taught
Oh,
the Iroha
that
syllabary
yeah. I was
form.
gonna say, like, wouldn't Dr. Zeno maybe know this? But
It's a
he's not
low-tech
Japanese.
encryption compared to theirs.
That's so
Not
clever.
effect- Although if we send long messages, they'll eventually crack it.
Yeah.
5-7. 2-4.
It's about Senku. He's been shot.
Oh my god. Yeah.
How fortunate. Though I suspect he's in no state to craft those digging tools for us.
Yeah.
We'll
That's the
just
big
have to dig
problem.
regardless. With science or without.
No, let Chrome do it. Come on, Chrome. Can you figure something
We
out?
also got
That
a
would be
message
so
from
cool.
Senku. 4, 7, 1,
Cool.
4.
Kudomu, I bet. Yeah, Kudomu. Chrome. Yes! So good! He's trusting you!
Humanity will always have one trick up
Oh,
its
this is so
sleeve, and that's
great.
curiosity. I'm 10 billion% sure thing about everything would show up.
You're the scientist.
Such a cool development! Dr. Chrome! Look at him! That's a badass illustration as well. Oh, I'm hyped!
Is to dig a secret tunnel all the way to Dr. Zeno's main base.
It's a wild
We'll
plan.
need the power of science. Me? The guy who bragged about changing the color of fire?
Dude, you've come so far since then.
And there isn't anyone else. I'm Chrome, the science user.
Oh!
I've got this.
Dr. Zeno thinks he's killed Senku, and the threat of our science along with him.
Surrender? There's no way. Those idiots think we're scared.
What if they're really, really insistent and scary and violent?
They told us exactly what would happen.
So we'll have to do our part to steer them in that direction. Am I wrong?
Oh my god, he's having to give so many instructions.
We're gonna buy a shit ton of time. Dr. Zeno's about to get a very special delivery.
I like hearing Francois deliver Senku lines. Oh my god, this is fucking crazy.
He'll know it's a product of highly advanced science beyond anything from the 21st century.
Will that be enough to intimidate him?
You're saying someone needs to guess our plan and lie accordingly, something like, whoa, it's a petrification weapon. What a goodie. Can we have someone with the enemy
So like
pull
Gen?
it off?
Yes!
A petrification weapon?
Gen immediately gets the plan. Oh, it's so good.
Strange story. And I could not be more relieved that the one they shot at us appears to be a dud, because otherwise we'd all be living
Yeah.
statues right about now. and
Clever.
I truly can't even be. I presume that's about what you had in mind.
That was total bullshit, you rat bastard.
Really?
We already know you lied to us about your leader.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Taiju, my ass.
Oh, I
It
forgot
was
about
really
that.
Dr.
So come to think of it, I suppose those two were inseparable.
Oh, he's
but
pretending
still,
that's kind
you're
of clever.
saying Senku the genius scientist all along?
Acting like that was the play, and they are always together.
Despite this man,
It's great.
How long's it active? And what range does it have?
You don't know any of this stuff yet.
back.
I'm so sorry to disappoint
They
you,
never told
Stanley,
me.
But only the battle team was allowed to learn all those
Yeah.
mathy little details. To overtake the ship
There will be nothing to stop them from petrifying every last one of us.
You have no way to confirm the veracity of your claims. Not that it matters.
Oh my god, dude.
I was the kind of girl used to play Bobstar!
Because once it is, they won't have time to throw one of their petrification weapons.
What do they have?
Completely defenseless.
Oh no.
Allowing...
You haven't forgot who you talking to, have you, boy? Give me 2 more weeks. I'll have it all.
Extraordinary.
I like Brody.
That is sufficiently elegant answer.
I feel it in my bones. They're crafting. But Stu Hickey, something they think Senku won't think of, and that he'll never see coming.
Yeah.
The enemy's science will progress as well.
Mm-hmm. And they have more tools to progress right now.
The clock is ticking.
And their scientist is up and about while Senku's not.
It's our science against theirs.
Oh god.
A true crafting war. I'm counting on you.
I'm gonna be useful!
Sweet girl. So cute.
Calculate this angle. Then we know how far to dig.
Okay.
We just add these numbers and multiply.
Clever. He's not really a math guy.
A battle of numbers you foolishly challenged him to.
Yeah, I mean, he's more of an instinct scientist, I think.
I've still got a really long
He's
way
good
to
at the
go.
problem solving, not the math side of it.
That's amazing!
Still pretty good.
Serious math, Crow.
This is just square one.
Okay, so it's mostly arithmetic that he's not great at. But actual math, applied math, he's solid at.
I'm actually doing it.
You're making something.
There. It's now complete.
Honestly, getting me a bit emotional.
Chrome's first ever original science.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Check it. This is the baddest idea I've ever had.
Tsukasa looked very surprised there as well.
Spin the crap out of it and it'll dig
Nice.
a tunnel on its own. Actually, they didn't have anything like this in the 21st century.
Yes, they did.
Use a powerful dirt-ripping loop knife?
A drill.
That's right. I call it.
He came up with the idea of drill?
It's a drill.
Really though?
So he came up with drill with
use
dirt
Chrome's
ripping
drill.
Yeah.
loop knife or
We
whatever.
can tunnel quickly through the dirt.
Doodle.
Heck yeah.
Doodly.
We're just gonna bust our way
matter.
through by using my own brand of science.
So good. So good. That was such a great episode. That was one of my favorite episodes of the season so far. That was so good. I loved so many of the developments that's happening here. They've made this battle super engaging and interesting. There were many moments in this episode where I was getting genuinely very hyped about how this the episode's gonna progress and how the season is gonna go now. It's great. It's so good. Oh, I love it. So, firstly, it's cool that Luna's like a medical student. It's also cool that you have like a medical student here, but not a doctor, right? Because it's like she can help with like the tiniest bit. Like she can help with just with stuff she kind of remembers from med school, but she won't be able to like be, you know, an incredible expert at this stuff. At least not right now. It'd be cool if we could see her, like... I mean, I know there's probably not that much of the series left. I mean, there's this season and then maybe next... I mean, there's definitely at least one more season after this. Because they're not getting to the moon this season. So it's at least this season and next season. I think that's probably it. There might be one more. But I mean, like, there's not a ton more time for her to develop, but it would be cool to see her, like, if we get to see her like just do small little med student stuff, but then she actually like learns more and more from other people or other things, and becomes a better doctor as the series goes on. Or maybe once we beat this Dr. Zeno's group here, maybe we can recruit a doctor from their ranks, possibly. I don't know. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, this is really fun. This is a really fun episode, and And I mean, there's so many details in this episode that I mean, so many details in this show generally that I just love. But like the really clever thing of like, oh, we're using this encryption method. It's a really common Japanese encryption method. But the thing is, these are Americans, right? Like they are not going to instantly be able to go like, well, okay, they're definitely using this encryption method because it's a Japanese thing. So it's very simple, and if they overuse it, then they'll have lots of data to be able to you know, decode the message. But and especially since it's not the sort of cipher that like changes, it's like a very rigid cipher. It would be very difficult to like continue to use. But like for getting across simple messages, it's really great. That's a really clever way to do it. And yeah, I love the simplicity of like just sending the message Chrome. Like even if they did decrypt it, like they decrypt it saying Senku's been shot, right? Which is true, and the other side already know that. So even if they did decrypt that message, it's like it doesn't give them much information. And then the other message is Chrome, which they don't know what that means. I mean, like they would think Chrome maybe is referring to like the metal chrome, like that they would have. They might think like, oh, they're gonna create something out of chrome to fight us or something like that. They don't know it's someone's name, I would imagine. So they wouldn't be able to get anything from that message. But really, all it's saying is like, Chrome, you come up with a plan now. You handle this, and you're one of the people on this scout team that's close to their base. So, so yeah, that's really cool. I love it. Yeah, I mean, it's just so hype that Chrome is gonna be doing some big things here and like actually, you know, creating his own plan. Like we've had Chrome, like some of the best moments in this series are moments where like Chrome has come up with something independently of Senku, and it's just been really good. And it's like when Senku sees it, he's like, oh, you did this, and like obviously I already know what this is. Like you haven't invented something new, but you came up with it on your own. So you basically did invent it. You just didn't know that someone else has already invented it. But you did, like, it came completely out of your own mind, and it doesn't make it any less impressive. Like the fact that Chrome just invented a drill is extraordinarily impressive. Like if you don't know what a drill is and you invent it from scratch, that's extremely impressive. And he's done that with several things so far. So for him to come up with that is so cool. And but like a lot of the time, you know, he'll come up with something and then Senku will be like, hey, that's great. You've done something great. Now I'll show you how we can utilize this, and it's taught him like along the way, and then they make a plan based on that. But this time it's like Senku can't be there to guide him, so it's like, Chrome, you need to do all of it, not on your own because you've got the others there, like Tsukasa. Tsukasa's gonna have like a base level of expertise that can help you. Ukyo is incredibly useful to have. I mean, he's got so much expertise that he can, you know, do a lot of the math stuff and location positioning and all of that stuff. Like he knows how this all works. And so he's got, you know, some help on his side, but for the most part, like he's doing this on his own, and it's really, really cool. But like, I mean, yeah, the idea of them drilling down towards their base is insane. It's a crazy plan, but if it works, it's gonna work wonderfully. I'm really curious to see if it works. Excuse me. But yeah, I just love, oh man, like also the idea of like throwing the bluff petrification device just to like hold them off. Like they're not gonna charge carelessly because they could lose everything now. Like they can't be sure it's a bluff yet. And it's like, clearly you couldn't just send a fake petrification device. Because one, like Zeno would have been able to look at it and go, okay, well, you've just made, you know, you've just made a microchip or whatever, you know, like I know what all of this does. But since they sent an actual one, he would be looking at it and going, well, this is certainly technology I haven't seen before. So that is like, if I can't fully figure it out yet, Or maybe he does actually analyze it and he goes, oh wow, this is how you do petrification. Like maybe he'll analyze it and be good enough to understand how it works. Now the disadvantage there is if he understands how it works, maybe he could make his own. I doubt it with the resources they have, but it's possible. But the second reason you wouldn't want to send a fake petrification device is then Gen wouldn't know your plan. Gen, looking at the petrification device, he instantly figured out, like, well, if they sent a petrification device here, like, Gen knows it's out of juice. We know that it doesn't have any energy in it. And we know that it's a really valuable thing that we have, so we wouldn't just randomly throw it at them. So there has to be a reason for it, and Gen can piece together what the reason is. So just really, really cool stuff. I love it. This show is so smart. It's so smart. But it's also, it's like what makes it extra smart is like there's intelligence where you can just be like, oh, ultra, you know, you can just like, you can blind the audience with like fancy words, you know, you can just be like ultra intelligent. But what I think makes this show so smart is it does all of this really intelligent stuff and presents it in a way that the viewers are like, whoa, that's so cool, and they understand everything that's happening. They present it fucking beautifully, and that to me is true intelligence of a show, when it can present it in a story like this that is so interesting and engaging and still hits like anime things that we want to see, while also like teaching us about science and about medicine and about all this other crazy stuff. So good. Anyway, that's Dr. Stone season 4 episode 9. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.